All right, we are back. This is Creativity is the Cure. I'm your host, Malcolm Moore, and today I have my good friend, Pomona Cicco. How are you doing today, Pomona?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm all right. Other than the fact that there is, I don't know, what is outside? It sounds like about 10 dogs or a bag of weasels. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it sounds like. I don't know, like a crazy chihuahua. Have you seen chihuahuas? They're like little devils.
Most popular dog in Hollywood, right?
Yep.
All right, so I know Pomona because she was my student for 2 years when I was a music teacher at Larchmont Charter, Selma. A good public speaker, a singer, and an equestrian. So why don't we start out? What is the deal with the horses? How long have you been working with horses? What do you do? Do you race? Do you jump? How did you get started?
My parents actually moved to a farm when I was about 2 years old.
And where were you living then?
Tiverton. We moved from New York to Tiverton.
Okay.
There were horses at the farm. My parents kind of introduced me to this horse named Magic. He was a really big thoroughbred.
Wow.
And thoroughbred are usually racehorses.
How old were you then?
Probably 2.
And you are now?
13.
Okay, so it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You met a horse named Magic at age 2. And then what happened?
I started to hang out with that horse. I used to, when I was a little older and I could walk.
Yeah.
I used to sneak apples from my kitchen counter, outside.
Oh my gosh.
In the early morning to feed them to Magic, which was really fun. And I ended up riding him with somebody else leading Magic because usually you don't have a 2-year-old ride a horse.
Right. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. So we were doing that for a while, and we eventually moved out of that house, which led to me not riding horses for a while.
Right.
So maybe from around when I was, I want to say 5 to 9, I didn't ride horses.
Okay.
But
you still thought about them.
I still thought about them a lot. Magic died, I think, when I was, I want to say 7.
Oh, no. How long do horses live? I have no idea.
20 to 30 years.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Magic was an older horse. He was a retired racehorse, I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
So, didn't ride horses for a few years. And then when I got back into it, I was riding this horse that wasn't treated the best. It was a big company, did horse lessons.
Right.
And I really liked my instructor, but I knew the horse wasn't really being treated right. So when my instructor moved to another barn and started her own horseback riding.
Her own business?
Business, yeah. I moved barns to ride with her more. And that's when I met more horses and I got better.
Were you always comfortable with horses?
Yeah.
That's interesting because I don't have a lot of experience and I always found them intimidating. About 15 years ago, I worked with special needs kids and we had a program. I told you about this where we would bring the kids there, teach them how to take care of the horses and groom them. And then at the end of the program, they got to go on the horse for a ride. But I don't know. I always just felt like they're staring in my soul. They're very intense creatures, right?
No.
No?
In my opinion, they're very large toddlers. You really just need to look them in the eyes and say, stop it. And they just stop.
Wow.
I had one horse bite down really hard on my shoulder. And you can't really say oh my God, ow, that hurts. You kind of just have to say stop.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, it hurt.
Oh
I had
God.
a bruise for a while.
I think when I met the horse was like, where's Pomona? Because I'm a cat person, right?
Yeah.
So you acclimated to horses at an early age. Okay. And so now you're getting back into it and hanging out with different horses?
Yeah, I mainly ride one horse. His name's Waylon. He's coincidentally also a thoroughbred.
You mean currently now?
Yeah.
You're in California? Okay.
And I'm doing a lot of jumping, which is really fun. I just got back from my summer trip, so I have not ridden horses in a while.
How much training, though? That sounds a little scary to me to be doing jumping and doing all this stuff. How long did it take you to learn to ride a horse by yourself and be really comfortable?
Almost a year.
That's not too long.
Yeah.
And then to learn to communicate with them, too?
A year, maybe 2 years.
Yeah. Where do you ride Waylon the horse here in Los Angeles?
I ride an Outwater.
In Atwater? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Now, is this something just for fun, or do you maybe see a career with it?
I think this is mainly for fun. It's also really, in my opinion, therapeutic. It's really calming to kind of just be that connected with another animal. And it's just really fun to see how much I accomplish in doing it. I do a lesson once a week. So, not really often.
What do you learn in a lesson, though, with a horse?
Mainly we practice jumping and like different gaits. So like different speeds, kind of like walk, trot, canter, gallop.
And are you getting ready for a competition, or are you just kind of learning by yourself how to do different things?
Sometimes there are competitions. We recently had a show that I ended up missing because I had to do a theater performance.
Right.
But a lot of them do competitions. They're just not that often, so a lot of it is just practicing.
I knew that you liked horses, so I got a few quotes about horses, and I want to know what you think. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Julie Carlson said, "When riding a horse, we leave our fear, troubles, and sadness behind on the ground."
That's very true.
Yeah. One thing we talk about a lot on this podcast is how creativity helps you do whatever you do. Sometimes it gives you an escape. Sometimes it's therapeutic, like you said. Could you tell me a little bit more about like how that helps you? Like if you're stressed about something at school or something going on, do you look forward to riding a horse because you know you can kind of forget about stuff for a while?
Yeah, I really look forward to riding horses. And also, you do need to be creative when you ride a horse because
Tell me, because I have no clue.
there's different situations. Like, I feel like horseback riding is a really difficult activity to do because you're kind of like you rely on this other being. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
you really can't do anything without your horse.
And those horses slightly bigger than you, right?
A little more than slightly. They're usually around 1,200 pounds.
Good God.
So
you have to be careful.
yeah, you have to be careful, and horses can do really unexpected things. I was actually walking Waylon down a hill, and he decided to rear, which is when a horse goes on its back legs and just like lifts its two front legs up off the ground.
What did you do?
Imagined he was a big toddler, and I just pulled the reins, and he just came back down. But stuff can be really unexpected.
So if you're doing things like racing and jumping and stuff like that, you have to build some kind of a relationship between a horse, right? You just wouldn't get on a horse you don't know and do something like that.
Yeah. Horses can smell fear. I don't know the science behind it.
Interesting.
But if you are scared on a horse,
yeah,
they can sense it and they'll try to kind of like mess with you because of it.
So that's why it didn't go well when I tried to ride a horse.
Probably.
You know, they have like commands, right? That
Yeah.
you say, tell me a couple of them.
Well, they know halt, which is like stop. And there's also a lot of like sound commands. Like you can click kind of like
Right.
for them to go either into a walk or a trot. And then to canter, you kind of like to
Right.
kind of make like
So
a
that's the
kissing
problem.
sound.
I just tried to talk normally to the horse and he just sat there and didn't do anything.
Like
that
what?
was
Like,
probably the
I
problem.
want you to go fast.
Yes. Can you back up and turn to the left and follow the other horse? Right. That's not gonna.
Yeah.
All right. So next time I ride horse, I will consult you.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another quote. This is by Viggo Mortensen, who's a famous actor. He's from Lord of the Rings. I don't know if you know who he is. He once said, "One of the best pieces of advice I ever got was from a horse master. He told me to go slow, to go fast. I think that applies to everything in life. We live as though there aren't enough hours in the day, but if we do each thing calmly and carefully, we will get it done quicker and with much less stress."
I feel like that does make sense, especially that you need to go slow to go fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you try to just rush into everything, you're not really going to get anywhere, and it's just going to be very rushed, and it's not going to be like quality work.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that does happen in horseback riding. Like you can't jump on a horse and just say,
Yeah. Right. That's only in cartoons.
that's, yeah. Or like the whole like, yeah, that doesn't work.
Oh, that's another thing I want to ask you. So now that you are an equestrian expert, Do you ever watch TV or a movie and go, oh my God, that is so fake what they're doing with the horse?
I feel like with some horses, a lot of I don't do Western style riding, I do English.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the Western movies that have horses in them are
Cowboy movies?
Yeah. Are so yeah, and go boy. That
doesn't work in the real world.
That doesn't work.
What is the difference between Western and English?
Western, well, Western isn't more relaxed. It's just more, it's less about your posture and how you're sitting on the horse. It's more just how you can move the horse.
Okay. And
I feel like it's not easier, but it's a little more relaxed in a way.
Yeah.
Because English, my horseback riding instructor ended up taking a riding crop and putting it in between my elbows and behind my back. And she was like, okay, now you need to figure out how to ride that.
Wow.
Because that's the proper position.
Okay. So you have to have good posture. Yeah.
And I think that's a big difference because in Western, you can have one hand holding the reins. You can have both.
Right.
I've seen some people who just don't have their hands on the reins and they're just moving.
You're like, good luck, buddy.
Yeah. So English is very you need to have your two hands on the reins. They need to be in a certain position.
Yeah. A little more orderly.
Yeah. So I like Western, but I also like riding Western if I'm not wearing a saddle on the horse and I'm just on the horse. I like to ride Western that way.
Do any of your friends from school or outside of school, do you bring someone you go horse riding, or is that something that's more a solitude for you?
I have a different kind of friend group when I do horseback riding. It's
horse
me.
Friends?
Yeah, it's me and usually two other people who I'm really close with.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's really fun. And also we all kind of have similarities. We've all laughed at different horseback riding stereotypes.
Horse jokes?
Yeah. And also just we even made this really funny video and posted it on one of our TikTok accounts.
Yeah.
And it was one person saying oh, horseback riding is so easy. It's not a sport. And I used to have knee problems, so I had my knee brace. So we did it, and it was oh, okay. I can be hurt while riding a horse. So I get on my horse and I have my knee brace on, and then it a picture of me slow-mo falling off.
Oh
safely.
My God.
But
I got to see that video.
Okay.
My favorite horse movie is The Black Stallion. Came out when I was a little bit younger than you. Do you have a favorite that you like to watch?
Spirit,
the animated one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Have you read any books about horses that you like?
No. I mean, I've read the Horse Encyclopedia.
That's not too shabby. That's good for quick info.
Yeah, that's really fun. I can't watch Spirit without crying.
Yeah.
Because when Spirit gets captured and then they try to break him, that is heartbreaking. Me and my friends actually were watching Spirit and we had to turn it off because I couldn't stop full on bawling.
Yeah.
And then we put on this horror movie and I just sat crisscross applesauce and I was did anyone have any more Cheetos?
Yeah, everybody's different. All right, promise me you'll watch The Black Stallion.
Okay.
Classic, really good movie. What was your first creative memory?
When I was living in Tiverton.
By the way, where is Tiverton? I never heard of it.
Tiverton is kind of near Little Compton.
Oh, okay.
So...
And just so listeners know, you were born in New York City.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you're in Tiverton, and what happened?
And there was this little garden snake. I don't remember this that much, but I've heard a lot of stories from what I did. And apparently there was this garden snake. And I was maybe 3 or 4 at the time. And I was just oh no, this garden snake is overheating. I don't think it was overheating. I think it was fine. But 3-year-old me thought that it was overheating or that it couldn't be in the sun. So I was oh no, what do I do? So I dug a little trail and I led the garden snake into it with a
nice
stick.
You made a little terrarium.
Yeah, and then I covered it in leaves. And looking back at it, that's actually pretty creative. And
Definitely.
Pretty problem solving.
So you were told the story, you don't totally remember it?
I don't totally remember it, but I do have like faint memories of like helping a garden snake.
That's really cool. That is very creative, and it seems like a lot of your life is caring for animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really sensitive to that.
Yeah, I feel like there's this kind of, my opinion is that with like humans are like scientifically have like more sense of like where they are, but I feel like humans are still overall animals, so I feel like it's kind of funny that like humans are really the only animal on earth that has to like pay to live.
Interesting.
Like most animals don't have to go to the grocery store and buy food.
True.
Then again, humans are really lazy. So I understand it.
Are your parents creative?
My mom is a pottery teacher, and she went to college once for art and again for culinary, like cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I get a lot of my like artsy parts of me.
Are you good at cooking or
Yeah,
pottery?
I'm good at cooking. I just don't like cleaning up. But I'm good at...
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah, but like I won't cook because then I have to clean up.
Wow. What about pottery?
I recently took my mom's pottery class, which was really fun, and I think I'm pretty decent at it. I'm not like great at it because I only took her class once, but I feel like I have some potential in that. But I feel like my more like problem solving I got from my dad.
Okay.
Because my dad works in the industry.
Right. And what does he do?
He used to do acting, now he does driving.
Oh, he did acting. I didn't know that. Okay.
He's a driver. He gets all these calls that are like, oh, the makeup department needs this on set, but it's not on set, it's at base camp. And he gets like a lot of those calls that are like, oh, these certain things need to be here, but they're not here.
So he has to run a lot of errands.
Yeah, he needs to run a lot of errands, and he needs to kind of tell people what to do also, which is...
Does he have to pick people up too and bring them to set, like a director or an actor?
Yeah. So I feel like I get my problem solving from him because he's so like, he can think on his feet really well. And when he's faced with a problem, he can figure out a way to solve it and not like dwell on the problem too much.
And remain calm.
Yeah, which I really envy because I overthink a lot of stuff.
I think you got some of your performing talent from your dad. If you said he's an actor, because I remember clearly the first time I met you, you said you wanted to, when I worked at the school, I was in charge of the live performances. I remember you came up, you're like, I want to introduce people. I want to talk.
Yeah.
And you were the only person that wasn't nervous. So I saw that right away. So it sounds like your dad, like you're calm, you like to perform, you're comfortable in front of people. Do you still feel that way?
Yeah, I feel really comfortable in front of people. I don't love singing in front of people. I like singing in the shower.
Right.
And like when I'm doing my hair and I have the bathroom door like locked.
Right.
I feel like theater was a big
tell me more about theater. What have you done? Are you doing musicals, plays? What type of stuff?
My theater group is Silverlake Children's Theater Group, and it's a really good theater group. All the plays are originals, and we do we do one-act plays in the fall. They're actually starting up next month. Then in the spring we do one big musical, and it can be a lot. Recently our spring one was like 4 hours long. Which...
How are you with memorizing? That's always been difficult for me.
I feel like it happens and I don't even realize it. There's just a lot of repetition and a lot of the rehearsals.
Right. But have you ever had a play where you have a lot of lines?
Yeah, actually.
I'm curious to ask you this because I haven't done a lot of memorizing, but before I met you about 3 years ago, I had my own kids show. It was live at a theater. It was with Henson puppeteers, and there was music, and I was the lead in it. I had to sing and talk, and it was really hard for me because I had to memorize, 20 pages of dialogue. And so I tell you this because I'm curious, what method did you use to learn your lines? Do you just sit there and look at the paper and say it over and over?
I usually record myself saying the lines in between my lines.
That's what someone told me to do, and I did that. Yeah.
So I can listen to that, and then I can say my lines.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. For me, I really like hearing my own voice. So
You are the only person I've ever met in my life that likes to hear their voice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody's always like, oh, I really sound like that. Oh, my God.
I feel like I can get over that. I just like talking, and I like hearing myself talk.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people think that it's like very kind of me being overly confident. But I just like hearing my own voice. Like, I don't care what you think. Yeah. I like hearing my voice.
Well, I think the fact that you're good at public speaking, that's going to help you no matter what you choose to do with your life. Most people get really nervous, and you've been great at that for your whole life. So that's going to really be
it
a
also
strength.
Helps with like friendship issues. Because I can talk to people and be like the most respectful, but also not like cave in on myself.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So like I can talk to people and be like, hey, you did this. That wasn't that cool. And I'm sorry for what I did, but also I need you to know that what you did isn't that cool.
You're very centered too. And you and I know this because we spent about 2 years in school together, and we saw some crazy things happen.
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
always calm. I feel like you're one of those people, like if I was here and your house caught on fire, you'd be like, Malcolm, I think we should go downstairs because the house is on fire. You just be very calm.
Yeah. Also, I don't like school, so I'm just like, okay.
I didn't like it either.
Yeah. I think of stuff in like numbers, like, oh, I have this many classes until the end of the day, or I have this many hours until the end of the day, or even like this many minutes until the class ends.
Yeah.
So even with like vacation, I was on vacation and I was like, okay, I've been here for a week and I'm going to be here for,
You're always plotting everything out. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You're very methodical.
Yeah, I hate math, like the subject.
Same. That's why we're friends.
Yeah. But
you hate math? Is it because you're not good at it, or it's just boring?
It's just really boring.
Yeah.
And somebody decided it was a good idea to put me in advanced math. It was not a good idea.
Oh, no.
I have really bad overthinking.
Yeah.
So I will be there on tests, and it's like the first question. It can be like, what's 2 plus 2?
Right.
But if I'm spiraling, I will say 23. Easily. And then I'll even like start to explain it to somebody, and they'll be like, what?
Do you think that you're a perfectionist?
In some things.
Yeah. If you do a play and if you do theater, are you hard on yourself because you want everything to be exactly right? I'm sure you've had a play where someone forgets their lines and they look at you.
Oh, that's every play.
And what do? Do you improvise? You try to like whisper their line to them?
No, definitely improvise because I'm usually mic'd up. I have a lot of times where I'm really soft-spoken, and that's not really good in theater. So one time I was doing a play, and it was like the second scene, maybe like page 16, and somebody says their line on the last page of the play. And then
you're
they look
how
at me.
How do I fix this?
They look at me, and I'm just like,
that's it. We're done.
Close the curtains, guys.
Right.
But I don't know. I kind of was just like, kind of played it off as like, oh yeah, that's really cool. But what about this? And I kind of like brought them back.
Oh, nice.
And then we walked off stage, and I like glared at them. I was like, are you serious?
And did you do that final line again?
No, we just like zhushed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you can't really say like, and then the curtain closed. Like twice, that doesn't work. When did the curtain reopen?
Well, let me ask you about this. You know, I'm a drummer, so most of my experience performing has been as a drummer. And when I had to do my show, I wasn't too comfortable being in front of everybody, like leading a show by myself. And the thing that was most challenging for me is we didn't have microphones. I had to learn how to project my voice, and I was with like 5 other people that are professional performers. And so the pressure was there, but I really had to learn to project so that people in the back could hear. Are you always mic'd up, or have you done plays where there are no mics?
I've done plays where there is usually always mics, but I've done plays where I'm not mic'd up.
Right.
Like what we do right now is that some people are mic'd, some people aren't. I'm usually on the am mic'd because I can be really soft-spoken.
Right.
But I have had times, and I imagine that, like, my really good friend is in, like, the last seat, and I'm trying to say one of our inside jokes.
Right.
And I'm like, do you hear me? So
You've got to get it all the way back there. Yeah. That's tricky. What's your favorite play that you performed in?
I'm going to say the most recent play in the spring. It was about CBGB, and I played Kate Pierson from the B-52s.
Wow. How come you didn't tell me that? We learned about that in school last year. That's crazy.
Ooh,
and you remember in our classroom, the whole wall was to make it look like CBGB's.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, that's why I had everybody sign the wall.
Oh.
That's so crazy.
I didn't realize
How come
that?
we never talked about that?
I don't know.
Well, you were Kate Pierson from B-52s.
So it was a lot of like punk dancing, and I was in high heels the entire night.
Uh-oh.
It
That
hurt.
doesn't sound comfortable.
And also we did a choreographed mosh pit.
That is bizarre. That sentence right there, a choreographed mosh pit, because I'm from the days of those when they were definitely not choreographed.
Some kids in my theater group, the age is 8 to 18. So we have some people that have actually been in mosh pits.
Right.
And they have said they got more hurt in our choreographed mosh pit than they did in the real one. Somebody's high heel like digged down my calf, and then because they like stomped down.
Oh.
It was a lot, but also my wig fell off.
That was actually what I was waiting to ask you. I'm a big B-52s fan. You did have a big beehive hairdo?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And it fell off?
Yeah.
How did you improvise your way out of that one?
I threw it off stage and kept dancing. And my really good friend played Iggy Pop, and he was actively singing Sid Vicious's version of My Way.
I would have been to this show in 2 seconds. You should have told me about this one.
Oh, I did tell you about it. You said you had a drum lesson.
That's probably true. That sounds so cool. I wish I saw that show. So, you're like naming all my favorite people. Yeah, so my friend was playing Iggy Pop, and he was singing My Way by Sid Vicious. And he's like standing on this platform, screaming into the crowd. And me and my friend, we hang out a lot. And he saw me, and I just had my bald cap on and like full glam face and makeup. And he just looks at me, and he like almost pauses for like half a second and just like tries so hard not to die laughing. Oh my God.
And I'm like, keep singing, please. And I like throw my wig backstage, and I just keep dancing.
Wow. I am almost speechless about this.
So there's a lot of like,
no, wait.
Dance.
You sang My Way at school.
Yeah.
When I was there. Did you learn about that from the Sid Vicious version?
No.
That's probably the worst version.
In my opinion, a better version.
Oh, you like it better?
I like it better.
Interesting. Wow. Well, I'm impressed that you know who all these artists are. That's very cool. Was there any other characters that were based on famous singers?
All of them were.
Who were some of the other ones?
Patti Smith.
Wow.
Deborah Harry. We had...
Talking Heads?
Oh, yeah. We had David Byrne.
Oh, wow.
Lou Reed.
Oh.
So...
I really wish I saw
We also had
that.
Andy Warhol and Ultraviolet.
Wow.
They were a big, like, plot twist.
It was called CBGB's?
It was called Dance This Mess Around.
Wow. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we also had Zandra Rhodes, Vivian Westwood.
Wow.
The Runaways.
That's really incredible. Oh my gosh. I really wish I saw that show. Do you think that creativity could be implemented in curing people or helping people that have mental health struggles like depression or anxiety?
Of course. I feel like being creative doesn't have to just be like what you said earlier, just like painting and art. It can also just be like kind of lifting the mood and being funny. For me personally, I have pretty bad depression.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like doing improv and like being in theater really helps.
Oh, so is that part of the reason why you get so involved in all these things?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like to stay busy.
I like to stay. I like to stay really busy. My schedule is like I feel bad for my parents.
Oh, I know.
Like,
You'd come into school and be like, Malcolm, I was doing a play last night. I was out really late.
Yeah. My cast party went till 1:30 a.m.
So tell me, how does it help you though? Is it like an escape? Is it, some people, if they write their biography, it's cathartic and it helps them get through and understand their life. Some people, they might write a song like Charlie XCX. I don't know if you know, but she has borderline personality and she works out all her issues through her music. That kind of heals her. How would you apply that to all these creative things you do?
I feel like for me, being in theater is just so like kind of exposing yourself and not in a bad way. You're so just like kind of in tune with everybody else because you really can't have a play without the lighting person, without sound, without the director, without the cast.
It's a team effort, right?
Yeah, it's a huge team effort. So I feel like being in tune with everyone is kind of just like you really can't hide anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that because I can be really open about myself.
Is it kind of like being vulnerable?
Yeah. And it's also, in my opinion, in school, I can't really like be 100% myself because I'm like, oh no, what if they're like judging me?
Right. What do you mean, what if?
Yeah, what if?
They are judging.
They are judging me. So
it's Mean Girls for real.
I feel like I can do a lot more stuff, even if it's just like my outfits. Like you probably have noticed 4 out of 5 days I'm wearing jeans.
Yeah.
To school. And that's just like, I don't know. I like jeans. You
got to be comfortable. I say be comfortable before.
They're comfortable and they're also like, I don't know, kind of like an incognito mode.
Now, you said that you don't like school. So if you could choose a way to learn, a different way, how would you like to do it? Have you ever thought about that?
No.
Would you like to be just self-taught? Would you like to just discover things that you're interested in or go to more of an art school? Or
I don't know. I think I'd rather just kind of suffer through school for a few more years.
You're like, Malcolm, I'm almost done.
I'm going into 8th grade, and then I just have high school. And you know what? It's kind of a love-hate relationship. I want to go to college and then get my master's.
Yeah. What do you want to study?
Something about either chemistry or biology.
Interesting. Like, what type of job would that lead to that excites you?
Researching.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of what happened before humans existed, and also like making estimates on what might happen like after and like years to come.
Interesting. So like being an archaeologist or anthropologist?
Yeah.
Like looking at the whole picture.
Yeah. Also, I'm really interested in like chemistry because that's like combining different things and like seeing the outcome.
Yeah.
So I'd also think about that because that seems super fun.
That is really cool. And if you end up doing one of these jobs, will you still use the artistic side of yourself? Will you still perform? Will you still ride horses?
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe you could be a scientist that rides your horse to work. And then every week you do a presentation and talk to people. I think you can combine all these things.
Yeah.
And then maybe you're a soccer coach.
I don't know. For me, recently, I really like not wanted to like be an adult in the U.S. I'd want to like move.
Wow. I can understand. Yeah. Where would you like to move? Do you have any favorite places? Have you traveled around the world at all?
I have. I really want to go to Italy.
Yeah.
I'm actually learning Italian right now. So, shout out to Duolingo, but... With school, one of the teachers is doing an EF tour to Cuba, so...
Wow. Great music there.
I'm excited for that.
Do you like to travel?
Yeah, I really like to travel.
Okay, what's your bucket list? I'll tell you my top 3. I want to go to Egypt, Galapagos Islands, and Barcelona, Spain, because my favorite architect, Antonio Gaudi, he made these really wild, like this church that they took 100 years to build. They're almost done with it now. So those are my 3. What about you?
I want to go to Italy, and I also want to go to Korea, Japan. I don't know. And then I also, when I was younger, my dad did a lot of acting, and he like went all around the world for these movies.
Right.
So I got to go to China.
Oh, you got to go with him?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I got to visit him while he was working on these. So I went to China, I went to England, I went to France, I went to Hong Kong.
What's your favorite place that you have been?
France.
France. So you're going to move to either France or Italy. That's the plan.
Yeah. One thing about France. First of all, I was 3 when I went to most of these.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like in France, I hear my parents told me a lot about how we went to this restaurant called La Mais Louis, I think. But they don't get a lot of kids there, and I was very open to foods. So we went there, and I just started eating everything. I was eating foie gras, lamb. I was just eating all this stuff. And later I actually got a little present from the people in the kitchen because they were like, we've never seen a child eat how she eats. So I got this bag of fruit. It was really good. I don't remember where we were, but in one of the hotels on the coffee table, there was a little town made out of marshmallows.
Ooh.
This was a while ago, but I remember they were purple marshmallows. And I wanted to eat them so bad, but my parents were like, but it's late, you can eat them in the morning. And then I forgot about them in the morning, and I never got to eat them.
Oh, no. I'm sure there'll be another time where you can have marshmallows.
Yeah.
Do you like them in hot chocolate?
Yeah. I love hot chocolate.
Do you like the white ones or the different colored ones?
White ones. They're just so nostalgic.
What kind of hot chocolate? I only like hot dark chocolate.
Yeah, hot dark chocolate all the way.
You like it better?
Yeah.
Let's just get the chocolate thing out of the way. White chocolate, milk chocolate, or dark chocolate? If I had all 3 of them, which one would you take?
Dark chocolate.
All right. I like you a little bit more.
No, a lot of my friends are like, ew, dark chocolate's so bitter. I'm like, you're bitter.
Ooh,
get out of my
nice.
face.
Wow, that might be the title of this interview.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love dark chocolate so much, and recently my taste buds have been changing. I cannot enjoy a sweet milk chocolate. That's just not good.
Same. And dark chocolate when they put sea salt in it is really good too.
I need my 77% cocoa dark chocolate with sea salt on top of it.
You know the percentage. How much cacao, right?
Yeah.
All right, another creative question. Have you ever used the creative part of your brain or the improvisational part of your brain to solve a challenge in your life?
I have, actually. This is also in theater, but it was one of our shows, and I was about to go on, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot my monologue.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Oh, no.
So I was like, oh, no, what do I do? And I remembered the subtext of it. And actually, I'm not sure if it was a full monologue, but it was it was a pretty important line. And I forgot it. Wow. And this is at the beginning of the show, and it leads to Lydia Lunch, her line.
I can't believe you know who all these people are. You're absolutely blowing my mind, but go on.
So the subtext, I actually remember the line now, and it was you have nothing to worry about, Lydia. And they were talking about how Iggy Pop just got signed. Mm-hmm. And Lydia was like, oh my God, if I ever got that opportunity, I would totally pass it down. That's taking the punk out of punk music. So my line was, you have nothing to worry about, Lydia, but I forgot it.
And what did you do?
And I'm not going to say exactly what I said because it had a lot of curse words.
Oh, okay.
But it was nobody likes your music, Lydia. You're not going to get signed anytime soon. Your band is driving itself into a wall. And I just kept going. And
what was the look on the face of the other actor you were talking to?
She was a little surprised, and then she just started cussing me out on stage.
Wow.
In a friendly way, and then we walked off stage and we were just dying. But imagine Lydia Lunch being insanely offended, but also trying to hold back a laugh and then brutally cussing somebody out on stage. This is a children's theater group.
Wow.
It was really funny.
It sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah. And it was just a lot of oh my God, what do I do? Turned into a lot of how do I make this more funny?
Yeah.
So I feel like that was pretty...
That's really cool. So I know you had to improvise because of this situation, but have you ever done any acting work that they are okay with you improvising? Or is everything pretty much like by the book?
A lot of it is like...
Or I guess a better question is, have you done improv work?
Not specifically, but in a lot of my plays, they're like, it's okay if you improvise, just don't turn like, oh, you need to say like, oh, look at that little white rabbit. You can't say, oh my God, look at that black bear.
Oh,
You can't do that.
Can't take it too far out.
Yeah, you can't take it too far out. But like if it's like subtle changes, it's okay. Usually it's like, try to stick to your like ending cue.
Right.
Because that cues the next actor.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of situations where you can kind of make it like a little, what my theater group calls like, add a little bit of sparkle. A lot of times you can add some sparkle, but sometimes when you're like, it's an important cue, you really shouldn't mess with the line.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite musical or a play? Do you guys go to like Pantages here, or do you ever go to New York City and go to Broadway?
No.
No. If you could go to any show, what would it be?
I
mean, do you like Wicked? Do you like...
No, Les Misérables.
Oh, you like Les Mis?
Yeah, Les Mis is so good.
That's a great... Do you listen to it in French or in English?
If I was fluent in French, I would listen to it in French, but...
Did you like any of the movie versions?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with Hugh Jackman. I bet
yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah,
I rewatch that all the time.
Why do you like that show?
My dad used to blast the soundtrack when I was
so you
younger.
know it. You know it all, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great story, too.
So it's a really good story, and I just really like that because it's like also about history. I like history. Now, if somebody says, do you want to do this 100 like question history quiz? Like, absolutely not.
Right.
But like, I love history.
Right.
And like learning about it, but not being quizzed on it.
Right.
So,
do you like movies or TVs that are what they call period pieces, where they try to
accurately
I really like show?
That. Right. Those are really fun.
Can you think of any ones that you like?
Les Mis.
Okay. Tell me about soccer. How did you get into soccer? And how long have you been playing?
That's a good question. I think I started soccer around when I was like 10. Because my friend in Rhode Island, he is like an insane soccer player. He is a little less than a year younger than me. Mm-hmm. And he like plays on the Revs team, like the Revs kids team. He's crazy at soccer. And it's like, I'm a very competitive person. So that was very like compelling.
Interesting. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I want to do soccer. And obviously, I still can't beat him in a 1v1, but he's so good at playing soccer that it's just like inspirational.
Did he inspire you to play soccer? Or
yeah. We also used to do Tai Quan Dao together until I moved, which was also like really fun. So that was definitely one of the big things. And it's also, I like soccer because I can run.
Yeah.
And I like running. I don't like doing track though. That's too much running.
Right.
I like to do like short bursts of speed.
Sprinting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what position do you play when you play soccer?
Either like a striker or like offensive mid.
Wow. And do you ever go to soccer games? Like professional ones? To watch? No.
I don't have time.
You only like to play, yeah. And that's a big question I have for you. What is a typical week in the life of Pomona? You've got all the plays, the soccer, the horse riding, the school. What's a normal week for you?
Usually Mondays are relatively free. Sometimes I'll have physical therapy for my knees. Mm-hmm. And then Tuesdays, those are usually play rehearsals from either 6 to 7 or 7 to 8 or 8 to 9. Or they have 2-hour rehearsals. Or they even have a 3-hour rehearsal every once in a while. So Tuesdays are usually a rehearsal. And then Wednesdays, when Larchmont did soccer, 2 soccer practices. 1 right after school and 1 at like 7.
So what, normal nights you don't get home till 8 or 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Thursday, again, rehearsal, same hours. And then Friday, I do horseback riding.
Right. And then weekends, you try to rest.
Saturday, I have a soccer game. Oh, and then also Larchmont has soccer games throughout the week. So whenever those are, too. And then I have my rec team has a soccer game on Saturday and or Sunday. And then on Sunday, another rehearsal.
Wow. Do you ever take a break? When I got here to your house, you pointed to the couch. You say, I might spend some time there today.
Over summer break, yeah.
Summer break. Oh, that's when you catch up.
Yeah. Oh, I also really like to read.
Ooh, I'm a voracious reader. What do you like? What type of books? Like, I mostly read biographies. What do you like?
I like dark romance.
Dark romance. I haven't heard that genre. That's interesting. Is that like vampires that are in love?
No, it's more like really innocent people falling in love with like serial killers.
Oh my gosh.
And or being secretly obsessed with their stalker. Or like a stalker thinks that they're stalking someone that's like really innocent, but in reality, the person that they're stalking is actually stalking them.
It almost sounds like a mystery. Is that a little bit?
Sometimes? Yeah, it's a little bit of a mystery. Yeah. And it's also, I really like fantasy romance. Mm-hmm. And also like murder mystery romance.
Interesting.
A lot of it's a lot of romance, but I don't really like the like really cute, like, oh, they're such a cute couple. I like the like, oh my God, there's a serial killer in my house and I don't know what to do and I kind of am in love with him.
Do you have a favorite author?
I want to say, actually, I don't know.
When I was your age, and still my favorite author is Anne Rice, and she wrote about like supernatural things like vampires, werewolves, all that stuff.
I don't know. I like a lot of, Jennifer Lynn Barnes is really good. She did the Inheritance Games and the Naturals.
Right. Who turns you on to who you're going to read about? How do you find out about new books? Do you like go to a bookstore, look online?
Instagram Reels.
Really? You follow a lot of book authors?
Yeah, and it's also just kind of all on my For You page.
Oh, okay.
Like different books and stuff.
That's really cool. So if you read a book and you like it, you might check out the author's other books.
Yeah.
Nice. What do people that don't know about horses misunderstand about horses? What are the stereotypical things you hear about horses that are just not true?
That horses are really scary. Like, I understand if you are like a kid and a horse chased you. I understand that.
Right.
That's okay. But when you just like have never had one of those experiences and you meet a horse and you're like, oh my God, they're so scary.
Right.
I don't really, it's really hard to understand. And also the like, ew, you kiss your horse? Like, ew, you kiss your cat. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Right.
So, I don't know.
I think, what do you think about this? I think it's because people that don't understand or know horses well, they might be afraid, but if they had more information like you, or someone like you to introduce them to a horse, it might go better, right? Because like I said, I think I was in my 30s when I worked with kids and horses, and that was the first time I really came face to face with a horse. And I was a little intimidated because I'm like 6'2", and this horse is a lot bigger than me. And I think on TV, they're often portrayed incorrectly, like these wild creatures that will kick you and blah, blah, blah. And you're saying maybe you need someone that has a good connection with horses to introduce them and understand maybe how it might work better?
Yeah. Like my sister, she's 8, turning 9 next month. Mm-hmm. She isn't scared of horses, and that's because she comes along with my lessons, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's really calm right now. You can like give him a pet. Right. So I feel like...
Wait, does she ride too?
No. That's my thing.
Mom and Dad don't do it either?
No. My dad did it for a movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember what movie?
The Great Wall.
Oh, cool.
So that was really fun.
So he has the skills, but he doesn't spend his time riding horses.
Not really the skills. I'm not going to say that. But, yeah. I mean, he can ride a horse, but I can't say, okay, can you jump over this and then like canter in a circle?
Oh, yeah. He can't do all the complex stuff that you do.
He can gallop and he can walk. So.
What do you think about this quote by Pat Pirelli? He said, "A horse doesn't care how much you know until he knows how much you care. Put your hand on your horse and your heart in your hand." What do you think he means by that?
I think for the first part, I think he means that you really like, until you have to kind of earn a horse's trust.
Mm-hmm.
Horses are not really like people, but this situation is kind of like a horse is a person. You can't walk up to a random person and be like, give me a hug.
Right.
They're probably not going to give you that hug. But once you kind of like, even if you like studied how to like give a hug to like the fullest extent,
yeah,
they're probably not going to let you give them a hug.
Yeah.
Same thing with horses is that
they don't hug either.
Yeah, they don't hug either, sadly.
It's difficult with hoofs.
Yeah, it's difficult with hoofs, definitely. But you can't just like hop on a horse and be like, okay, now go, like,
let's do this.
Yeah. You need to earn their trust.
Right. Let's say I wanted to try riding a horse.
Mm-hmm.
The commands that you give the horses, are they all similar no matter where you go and no matter who has horses? Or do you have to learn like the local lingo of that place to make sure you communicate with the horses?
I think it varies, but they are relatively similar.
Right.
And it's also how the horse is trained.
Right.
Like there's some horses that will respond to like the clicking sound and some horses won't. So it really depends on where the horse was like trained and how they were trained.
But you've been to quite a few different places, and have you found that, 95% of the communication is the same?
Yeah.
Right. And then the trainer would probably tell you.
Yeah, the trainer should tell you.
By the way, don't say Santa Claus to this horse. Like, they'll give you a warning, like if there's something they don't like, right?
Yeah. Don't say hair dryer to this horse, okay? Yeah. They're a little traumatized.
And you know what I would do right away is say hair dryer.
Hair dryer.
I think you and I are the same that way.
Yeah.
You just look both ways. All right, what's going to happen here?
Yeah, just like, so if somebody tells me, don't do this, I'll be like, okay. Well, they walk away. I'm going to do it.
All right. Do you have anything interesting coming up that you'd like to promote? Like a play that you're going to be in or a horse competition? Where can people check out what you do?
For the play, they can go to sctg.org. But we don't have any, we have auditions coming up next month, so I don't really know.
Right.
But
now, if you were going to do a play there, would you be listed in the cast?
Yeah.
On the website? Okay. So people, if they're interested or friends of yours that are out there, teachers, they can go see what you're doing next.
Yeah.
All right, Pomona Cicco, thank you so much for talking to me today.
Of course.
I have a lot of other questions. Do you think we could do this again sometime soon?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Awesome. All right. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.